Like a Black Panther week to the teeth, trapping week. Swear to God, I could have been Freddie Gray. Or Mike Brown get down with a on me and a half a. Let me buy Sandra Bland. Listen, boy, you're challenging with the running man. I was challenging with a hand. What you see before you, what they told you from nothing, man. Gray and hustle over everything. And hit the king like an 18.
Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. It's the Niners in possession of the football as we get back into the action in quarter number 2. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll kick it off with a good one in the NFC West. L.A. heading north to take on Seattle. And it's the Rams who have the lead in the second quarter. Jared Goff with 3 touchdown passes. From rainy Seattle, we head down the coast to sunny Los Angeles to check on the Chargers at home in Carson. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. The veteran, Phillip Rivers, with a couple of touchdown passes there. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they are in a tight one, all tied with the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. They're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They go play action here on first down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Marcus Golden in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. Garoppolo now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now a handoff working right, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Right back to him on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on him.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Normally, that's not the down and distance that you call a draw play. You usually want to wait to 2nd or 3rd down with a definite passing situation before that play is dialed up.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 3rd down, Bradford. Caught, right side, Gresham. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. This is taken at about the 14. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men. It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard of double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defense.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Bradford now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford, and it's incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away, but oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
And that was just situational football 101 right there. Excellent decision to throw that one away. You know he would have loved to have converted right there to keep the pressure on and build on this lead. But the best play, avoid the sack, taking care of the football.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And his throw is incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down inbounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Hey, alert!
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Hey, come on.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On the return is Peterson. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
One day.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagwell, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 7. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. On 1st down, Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. The veteran safety, Antoine Bethea, there on the defensive coverage.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Goodwin able to haul it in. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well, and a 1st down. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Over the middle to Garcon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a 1st down. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now a toss play. It's Breida. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Garoppolo on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That'll be a pickup of only a yard. And just like that, it's third down. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Chandler Jones coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chandler Jones in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
A good play on the ball, getting a hand on it, but it was tipped up in the air before falling incomplete. And that leads to way too many moments where bad things can happen for a defense and good things can happen for an offense. And this is tough to teach in today's football because everyone wants to make a highlight play. Tip it up in the air, grab it yourself, take it the other way. But sometimes that can backfire. How do you teach these guys to just make the good, solid, fundamental play of knocking it to the ground and not trying to make a highlight reel play that could backfire?
Oh, some strong running. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 79 yards. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Garoppolo. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And the pressure gets to him again. Robert Kindici in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Corey Peters able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If we throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball. Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now Johnson, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. On the ground, this is Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Garoppolo now. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Play action. Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. And that one results in 35 yards. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now a play fake here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion.
Trying to get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
To throw is Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 26. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Arizona, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.